In this video, I'm going to talk about solving a system of linear equation in two variables using a shortcut. The concept behind this shortcut is using the Cramer's rule, and I have a separate video covering the calculation of x and y using that Cramer's rule method. Okay, so for this video, we're just going to be using a shortcut. Okay, so first thing we check is to make sure that our x terms and y terms are lined up nicely. As you can see, they're lined up nicely. See, we have the x terms on the first column, the y terms on the second, and the constant after the equal sign. And also for the coefficients, okay, we want to make sure that the ones are showing up because we're going to be using those coefficients. Okay, so we're going to be showing up those one. All right, so now let's go ahead and solve our x and y. So it's going to be like a fraction. The first thing we do is find the denominator for our x and y. Okay. Now, for the denominator, it's going to be just this part of the equation here. Okay. We'll be just concentrating on this part of the equation. And we're going to multiply diagonal coefficients. Now, I want you to be careful with the direction of your multiplication of diagonal coefficients. Okay, so from this formula here, okay, the direction is going to be right diagonal minus the left, okay, diagonal. So the right diagonal is going to be this 1 times 1 right here. So this is the right diagonal. Multiply the coefficients, 1 times 1. And then minus, it's going to be minus all the time, okay? So this is actually using the determinant formula. Okay, minus the product of the left coefficients. So this diagonal here, multiply the coefficients 1 times negative 1. Okay, so I look at the diagonal, started with the right diagonal, and then minus the product of the left diagonal coefficients. All right, so that same number, you're going to go ahead and copy paste over here. All right, so that's right diagonal minus the left diagonal. Okay, so let's go ahead and do the numerator of our x. I'm going to go ahead and rewrite the equation so that I have a clean version of that system of equation. Okay, so for the numerator, we're going to change the direction of the diagonal. Now we're going to start with the left diagonal and then minus the right diagonal coefficients. Okay, so for the left, by the way, if you're solving for the numerator of your x, okay, so we're not going to be touching this x here. Instead, we'll be focusing on this part of the equation right here. Again, when you're solving for the top number of our x, we may cross out this x here and just perform your diagonal multiplication. Now the direction is left, okay, so left to right. So the left diagonal will be this 1 times 3, okay. So 1 times 3 minus the right diagonal, so minus 7 times negative 1. All right, so when you simplify this, this is 3 plus 7, which is 10. Okay. Now the denominator is 1 plus 1 is 2. So our x is 5. Okay, for the y, the numerator is going to make use of the, go back to the right-left direction. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and rewrite the equation again. X minus y is equal to 3. Okay, so we're solving for the top number of our y. Okay, this time, I want you to cross out the y and just focus on the x column and the constant 7, 3. Okay, the direction is right to left, so right diagonal times 1. So that's 7 times 1 minus the left diagonal 1 times 3. 7 minus 3 is 4 over 2. Y is equal to 2. So it might take a little bit of practice to get mastery of this shortcut, but once you get the hang of it, it's really, really easy. Okay, let's look at another example. Let's say you're solving for 2x plus y is equal to 4, 3x minus 4y is equal to negative 5. Again, prepare your x and y space over here. Let's do the denominator for both x and y. Again, for the denominator, we're just going to be working on this part of the equation, and the direction is right, left, okay? Right diagonal minus the left diagonal. So the right diagonal will be this 1 times 3. 1 times 3 minus, okay, the left diagonal is going to be 2 times negative 4. 2 times negative 4. And just copy paste that same denominator for our y. Okay, now for the numerator of your x, the direction will change to left diagonal minus right diagonal. I'm gonna rewrite that equation here. Okay, 3x minus 4y is equal to negative 5. This is the x. I want you to cross out the x column and focus on this part of your equation. Direction is left to right. Left diagonal is going to be 1 times negative 5 minus the right diagonal product 4 times negative 4. Simplifying, that's negative 5 plus 16 over 3 plus 8 is 11. Now 16 minus 5 is 11 over 11 is going to be 1. The numerator for your y, okay, is using the right diagonal minus the left diagonal product. So notice that only the top numerator of your x is using this direction here. The rest is going to be right diagonal minus left diagonal product. To calculate the y numerator, so let's go ahead and rewrite the equation again. 3x minus 4y is negative 5. Since this is y, I'm going to cross off the y column. And now we have the 2x and the 4, 3x and the negative 5. Right to left. Okay. So the right diagonal will be 4 times 3 minus the left diagonal is this 2 times negative 5. We have this 12 plus 10 over 3 plus 8 is 11. Y is 22 over 11, which is 2. All right, that will be your solution using this shortcut, 1, 2. Okay, I hope you learned something from this video, and I'll see you next time.